Welcome to our Lakers news portal.
Let's get started.
Has Luka Dončić just transformed from superstar player into shadow general manager, actively recruiting the Greek freak to Los Angeles and forcing Rob Pelinka's hand on the most audacious trade in Lakers history? Luka Dončić didn't come to Los Angeles just to pass the basketball. He came to build an empire. Just months after his seismic arrival transformed the franchise, the Lakers' new face is wielding influence far beyond the court. According to an explosive report updated this Sunday, December 7th, 2025 by Heavy Sports, the Slovenian star has identified his dream partner and is pressuring behind the scenes for Rob Pelinka to execute the boldest move of the decade, acquiring two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. The scenario, which would have seemed impossible at the start of the season, has gained serious traction due to the competitive collapse of the Milwaukee Bucks. With a record of 9-13 and their star now sidelined by injury, Milwaukee's fortress is crumbling. Doncic, who is already credited with orchestrating the additions of DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart over the summer, sees blood in the water. His vision is crystal clear. Unite his generational playmaking with Giannis's physical dominance and LeBron James's wisdom. But between Luka's dream and salary cap reality exists a chasm that the Lakers will have to cross with creativity and relentless aggression. The report is based on privileged information from Lou Canellis of Fox 32 Chicago, who brought fascinating details about the timeline of interest. Canellis revealed a crucial piece of backstory. I can tell you this is a fact. A few months ago, Giannis wanted to be traded. His first choice was the Knicks. But when New York refused to include more than Karl Anthony Towns in any package, the door opened, and that's when Luka made his move. The Lakers inquired, and Luka Dončić himself inquired. The reporter confirmed. This confirms that Doncic is not a passive passenger on this Lakers journey. He's actively recruiting, actively shaping the roster, actively pushing the front office to be aggressive. He understands that in the wild Western Conference, good isn't enough. You have to be historic. You have to be legendary. And Giannis represents that level of greatness. So why would Giannis even be available? Because the Bucks project appears to have hit rock bottom. With 9 wins and 13 losses, Milwaukee is far below expectations and sitting outside even the play-in zone in the Eastern Conference. The mysterious injury adds another layer to this story. Hours after insider Shams Charania reported that Giannis and his agent had begun formal discussions about his future, the star suffered a calf strain that will sideline him for 2 to 4 weeks. In NBA code, soft tissue injuries during moments of organizational tension are often seen as preludes to drastic changes. The desperation in Milwaukee is palpable, although Doc Rivers is trying to control the narrative, insisting that Giannis never asked to be traded. The reality on the court speaks louder. 2 straight losses without him in a fall to 11th place in the standings tell a story that no press conference can spin away. Milwaukee is in crisis, and crisis creates opportunity. If Luka wants Giannis, the price will be the soul of the current team. To match Giannis's massive salary of $54.1 million, the Lakers would have to empty the vault. The centerpiece would be Austin Reaves. Lakers insider Jovan Buha is direct about this. The ideal construction is Austin on a max contract plus 3 picks. But there's a massive problem with that math. Reaves earns only $13.9 million. To reach $54 million, the Lakers would have to stack contracts, including Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, and Gabe Vincent. Buha warns that Milwaukee would likely prefer a blue-chip 22-year-old prospect like Jonathan Kuminga from the Warriors or Jalen Williams from Oklahoma City instead of Reaves, who is a win-now piece. The Lakers would enter the negotiation at a clear asset disadvantage compared to other suitors. They simply don't have the young talent that teams typically demand in superstar trades. So if the Lakers don't have the best assets, how can they possibly land Giannis? The answer lies in player leverage. Dan Woik from The Athletic describes this as a found money scenario, similar to how the Doncic trade happened unexpectedly. For the Lakers to win the race against teams with more assets like Oklahoma City or Houston, Giannis would have to force his hand specifically to Los Angeles. Woik analyzed it bluntly. Giannis would have to really bomb his reputation. It would have to get very ugly for Milwaukee to accept pennies on the dollar. Luka Doncic is betting that his friendship and the promise of titles in LA will convince Giannis to do exactly that, to use his weight to veto other destinations and force his way to California. It's a high-stakes gamble, but it's the only path that makes sense given the Lakers' asset limitations. Giannis would have to become the bad guy, publicly demanding a trade to a specific destination and tanking his value to every other team. It's nuclear, it's messy, but it's the only way this works. If the trade happens, basketball changes forever. Imagine the lineup. Luka Doncic as the maestro who creates. Giannis Antetokounmpo as the finisher who destroys. LeBron James as the sage who facilitates. With DeAndre Ayton likely involved in the trade to match salaries or move the bench, Giannis would take over the paint. The defense would gain the best roaming defender in the world, covering Luka's limitations. The offense would be literally unstoppable. No defensive scheme could handle that combination of skills. The report from Alder Almo ends with a powerful note. Doncic's pressure speaks volumes about the Lakers' new identity. This is no longer just LeBron James's team in his final phase. This is Luka Doncic's team, a superstar who isn't afraid to demand excellence and who is willing to sacrifice depth and fan favorites like Reeves to achieve immortality. The Lakers are positioned as contenders, but Luka wants them to be legends. The battle for Giannis Antetokounmpo will be difficult, requiring chaos in Milwaukee and creativity in Los Angeles. But with GM Luka in charge, impossible is just a word. What do you think, Lakers Nation? Is Luka right to push for this blockbuster trade? Should the Lakers sacrifice Austin Reeves and the entire supporting cast to bring Giannis to Los Angeles? Drop your thoughts in the comment below and smash that like button if you want to see Luka and Giannis dominating together in purple and gold.